Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan, and thanks for being here. This is going to be a general reading for who you may be dealing with and what they're up to. Or if you're interested in more tarot readings after this, go ahead and check out my wife's channel at Val53 Tarot, which is read for you as well. Thank you. I'll be starting by pulling their current or overall energy, and then we'll be going into clarifiers. Okay, I'll get the cards out first, and then I'll begin. Ooh. What's this? Interesting. Okay, Pisces, jumping into this. A little bit interesting energy. I myself am a little curious as to what's going on, just because it feels like a little bit of bouncing back and forth here, but we'll see how this goes. Right away, they show me a lot of happy, positive energy. And I don't exactly know where this excitement is coming from or where they're going with it, but they're excited. Now, whatever this is, I do see that they are moving forward, and they do know that they have to make a decision here regarding commitment. I don't exactly know if this is something romantically between the two of you, or whether this is something for their finances, career, success, maybe work or job. I don't exactly know yet. But they are in a position right now of making a decision after making a decision. I do see that whatever this decision is, ultimately, they're making that decision, and they're also kind of saying, I'm going to assess and address the ultimate situation at the same time. Now, whatever is going on, their energy kind of shifts here. It almost feels like, yes, they are making that decision. They are looking at everything. But as they're making that decision, with this switch, they're showing up very... It could go either way. I don't exactly know what it is that they've kind of addressed or looked at here, but they're not in the greatest mood. A little bit edgy. The words can kind of cut here a little bit, maybe not. I'm a little curious to see how the clarifiers come out with this, because I do see that whatever this energy is that they're kind of stepping into, it almost has like this bluntness to it. But I do see at the same time, it might be just because their overall vision of what they're desiring to create and manifest for themselves isn't necessarily going that well. They're ultimately saying there is some sort of progression and movement, but at the same time, not much. This is unfortunately causing them to go through some sort of difficult pain or experience, which they do realize where this is all coming from, and they are choosing to focus on the future as well. And that is something they still believe in. So I'm a little curious to see how this goes. So let's go ahead and jump into clarifiers. So even though they're in this energy, they're still holding on to this. They're not losing hope. It just kind of feels like the situation could take a positive turn or take a, quote, negative turn. We'll see. It's like they're even though they're showing me that they're not neutral, they're definitely trying to be. They're trying to be. Yeah, they're ultimately saying there's a lot of positivity here that is still worth holding on to and remembering. Okay. It's a nice energy. Maybe it's just an energy of kind of reminiscing, just overall positivity and reminiscing. Ooh. Oh, goodness, Pisces. Yeah. Ultimately, they're deciding whether or not they want to work with you. This is fascinating. This is fascinating. This almost feels like a connection with someone. It could possibly be someone from your past. You guys could have some type of history with each other. But they're ultimately trying to figure out the decision of, like, can something work out between us? Oh, goodness. Goodness. Yeah, geez, there's a consideration here, but ultimately they're saying after looking at everything, they almost feel like something just doesn't feel like a opportune opportunity. Opportune opportunity. That's even a word. Might not be. Mm, that's fascinating. They consider it, but then at the same time, they're like, having a second look at this, they're like, I don't know. I don't know. Unless they're ultimately saying they feel like they have missed an opportunity with you, Pisces. Possibly. Ooh, yeah. I don't know what is going on. Um, they're kind of saying, like, is this an opportunity? Is this not an opportunity? And that's where they're kind of saying, well, it's kind of putting them on edge. But what I find fascinating about this is it definitely more so leans towards the energy of some sort of financial situation. It's almost like they're considering it, but at the same time, it's like they're the ones that are saying ultimately that they are the ones feel that this was missed. But yet they're the ones that are responding in such a way where it's kind of like a chip on their shoulder. But ultimately, they're saying, well, because of all this, I'm going to just emotionally distance myself. And it's like, okay, okay. So it starts off one way, and then kind of as you progress and move forward, yeah, yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's what I was wondering. This is fascinating. How does that make sense? I don't know. That's interesting. That is so interesting. Huh. Ultimately, that's fascinating. I don't understand why they're showing me this. They're showing me that their own position of success, status, or possibly wealth and security, it isn't going so great. But that's what's fascinating is it's almost like they're wanting to approach you. It feels like someone from the past wanting to approach you, but then it's almost like is there something there financially for an opportunity or is there not? But then they're the ones responding the way they are. It's almost like okay, great. There's something going on here, and the next energy is oh maybe not, and then that's kind of like putting them for a tizzy. It's like what? And now they're ultimately showing me like well that's kind of affecting their position financially or their success or status, and I'm not too sure how that is. It's like okay, we'll see, we'll see. Oh geez, yeah, they're kind of going out. They're having to go back to the drawing board themselves and relook at everything. This is fascinating. This is fascinating. I gotta say, Pisces, it almost feels like they are not sure of what they want. They're not sure of what they want. It almost feels like they followed their emotions towards you, but then all of a sudden, those same exact emotions are the ones that are kind of like putting them in this tizzy. I don't know. I don't know. It's fascinating. But ultimately, they're having to kind of focus on themselves and their healing to kind of readdress and assess their situation and everything they got going on. So, I don't know. Very interesting. Yeah, they're making. Goodness, that's fascinating. They're considering their future, but they're ultimately like, well, do I kind of just want to go my own way? They're trying to decide. They're trying to decide what they want to do. There's a consideration there, but at the same time, oh yeah, they don't know what they want. They're not. They don't know. They don't know that emotionally. That's fascinating. They're showing me so many mixed emotions and feelings here, Pisces, towards you. But here's the thing: it is definitely showing up more so as a financial collaboration rather than a relationship or a connection. Yet the way they're responding or reacting to this, I would think that there was some sort of relationship here that was like on a stronger foundation to where they would be kind of acting or responding this way. But everyone, everyone is who they are. They strongly believe. At the same time, I feel like they're processing and working through those emotions to kind of ultimately determine where they're truly at. Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they upset? Are they going for a bit of a spin? I don't know. But they're figuring it out. Goodbye.